Hi, I want to talk to you about the concept of spiritual leadership. Leadership is going to play a big role in the post COVID scenario. Things are changing, companies are not able to pay salaries. Some are able to pay salaries, but we don't know whether the May salaries will come or not. We don't know how the employees are going to behave. There is no certainty about anything right now, whether it is personal life or professional life. Leadership is going to be a change catalyst. A leader will have to understand that as much as he is going through the pain, even his subordinate is also going through the same thing. Probably there are rent issues, the landlord might have told him to leave. Probably there are issues with the school fees, probably with the EMI, probably with some basic expenses. The leader cannot be separate from the subordinate, especially in these scenarios. And where spirituality comes in is in being human. While all the work will have to be done, on the contrary, probably the employee, the subordinate, will also have to work very hard. The senior will also have to work very hard. The whole organization has to, do something to sustain itself. Organizational growth is also important. But spiritual leadership. Now, an example here from the spiritual point of view is that when the subordinate sustains himself, right now we're not even talking about growth. But if the subordinate is able to sustain himself and his basic expenses and is able to take care of his family on a human level, the leader feels really happy. See, this is just a time of maybe 1 year. But the senior, the leader will have to be empathetic. I know the hands of the senior are also tied to some extent, but being empathetic is a personal choice. Empathetic towards the needs of the subordinate. As much as the needs of the organization have to be met, it is the leader's responsibility today to be a caretaker of the subordinate. We don't know what kind of intolerance is going to happen. People are talking, there can be violence at the workplace with the bosses shouting and all of those things. There could be violence with the customer. There could be a lot of intolerance because of a lot of impatience, because of a lot of fear about survival. We don't want that. And in any of these scenarios, the leader will have to take care of the like an elder brother or like a father or a mother or a sister, whatever the case be. So this is very important, and that is where spirituality comes into the picture. That is where meditation comes into the picture. I've been doing a lot of meditation sessions on my YouTube channel. You can search for them by searching Anurag Mehta. A lot of research. I'm doing my PhD on the topic meditation and its impact on emotional intelligence. I'm a master's in psychology also, specializing in organizational behavior. I've worked in so many corporates and I've been a corporate trainer also for some time. What I can say from surety is that today spiritual leadership is the answer to COVID-led panic. If that is not understood and not taken care of, things can get really, really bad. So my dear bosses, while your concerns are valid, and I also know, very well know, that when you shout, results do come. But you have to balance it. You will have to balance it. You've been balancing it many times, but compared to earlier times, you will have to be more mature. You just can't shout at somebody just like that because your ego issues or because maybe you are under panic and you're trying to de-stress by shouting at others. This is not the time, my dear friend. This is not the time. You being a criminal to the organization by doing this to the subordinate. Don't do that. While the shouting might be there, I'm not saying that, but please understand, it should be only and only relevant, only and only time bound, and that has to be equally balanced later on. Please empathize with your subordinate, and Mr. Subordinate, you better work hard. You better work hard. You better put your 100% into work. This is a time you cannot just expect salaries and expect the organization to be nice and kind to you. It doesn't work like that. I'm sorry. It will never work like that. If this is your attitude, then you deserve to be thrashed. As simple as that. So please be a good employee in terms of your work. Please be a very, very sincere employee. And on the same hand, my dear boss, please be empathetic. Please be spiritual. Please be human. That is my definition of spiritual leadership. Watch my blog also on how to be a workplace monk. The answer to ultimate sustenance in these times and growth in generic times. God bless you. Have a great time in your life, in your career, and let this next 1 year be an awesome, awesome time. An awesome time to learn, an awesome time to go inside and search for meaning in life also. This is what COVID-19 has done to a lot of humans. See you around soon. Goodbye.